All right, what's up, YouTube? I had to stop at a Lowe's over here to go try to fix my back wheel. My back wheel was my back of my trailer was like pretty much dragging on the ground, and my axle was bent, so I had to take it out. Things were getting a little loose and were wiggling around, and so I basically took a square tube and I jammed my axle into the square tube, and I got some new U-bolts to strap it onto the trailer. The frame is starting to break where the original axles went on the trailer, and then I got some more bigger square bolts or square tubes, these tubes right here. I got one there and one there, and how I tested these was I laid them on the sidewalk from the curb to the street, and then I stood on them and then I bounced, and they didn't bend. So they now go from under the back where the dog food box is all the way up underneath the front, and they're guiding on this axle, which bent it before, but there's two of them, so they should be a little bit stronger. And I re-bolted them down. I think I got them straight. The wheels are a little bit farther out than they were before. They were a little bit farther out, and see how much higher I have right here? Everything was broken down here, so the wheels were basically like this far from the trailer. So these are the bore clamps that I was talking about. I don't know if that's the right name for them, but they strap over this, they hold it on. And then because I used this other square tube right here, I feeded the axle through this tube, and then I have washers right here holding it in position. So before, I had those clamps on the inside and the outside, and this time I did it to where they're just on the outside. And I'm a couple hours behind schedule for sure. I'm gonna try to get as close as to Houston tonight as possible, hopefully to a Starbucks. I'm about to take the trailer off the supports and see how we did. Let's see here. Okay, that's down. When I first went into Lowe's, of course, it started to rain on me, and I had everything out of the trailer, and I had to go racing back outside to grab everything to make sure, the dog, I thought the dog bounced, but she was in the trailer. So now let's take this off the shopping cart right here. Definitely the wheels stick out a lot farther than they did before. I made them go out about this much farther, so I'll be even more stable. I got a lot of stuff to pick up, and it's almost dark. So now let's hook this trailer up to the bike. Oh, I forgot to tighten some of my spokes. Oh, and I gotta tighten the hitch. The hitch has been doing some weird shit lately. Why are you not? Okay, that's loose. I gotta tighten that. Hold on a second. There it is. My ball hitch is a little bit loose, so I gotta tighten this. And I think that one is stripped. Yeah, that one feels stripped. Oh, I don't have this tight. That's what's going on. I don't have the apparatus going across the top to the bottom right, but for some reason, my hitch has been acting up on me and not letting go when it's supposed to. Okay. I'll tighten those down. Then see how the wheels look. Alright, the wheels look a lot better. So let's see here. I'm gonna have to, oh yeah, here we go. See how much wider out they were? They were about to right here, so I moved them out a little bit. So there's been a couple spots going down some roads where at this width, I would have never made it. Going through Jacksonville, there was a bridge and I literally had like an inch on each side. This would have never, this new setup would have never made it. So this one's a little bit more in, but that doesn't really matter. They're gonna be a little bit more out, so the trailer's gonna be even more stable. I think I like it. I think it looks pretty good. We're not like a 1/4 inch from the wheel. We were literally like a 1/4 inch from the wheel. Now I got distance. How many miles can I make that? That is the question. And when I crashed the other day, this one's a lot higher. When I crashed the other day, I broke this mud flap off again. Let's look at it from the side. All right, it don't look like it's dragging on the fucking ground. That's really what matters. It looked like it was literally dragging on the ground. So now I got to tighten these bolts because I didn't tighten them. I got some loose spokes. I'm gonna try to tighten some of those real quick. Tighten these bolts because those bolts are loose. That's why that's wiggling. I then have to tighten this because this has been doing some weird shit. So I'm gonna have to tighten this because I loosened it. And then put everything back in my trailer. The mosquitoes have found me. They are attacking my back. Fucking mosquitoes love me. Good, I didn't spend as much as I was assuming I was gonna spend on this operation. So that's a plus. I did. Fucking ants. Ants found my drink. I did cut my arm really good getting up in there. They're all over my fucking drink. Get out of here. Get out of here. Fucking thirsty. Get out of here, ants. Okay. Now it's time to start picking some shit up. I think I'm gonna run back in Lowe's, grab another Gatorade, and then come back, pick up all my tools, tighten everything, reorganize the trailer, strap it up, and start heading towards that sun, which it's gonna be dark, and my little flashlight doesn't quite get as long as a light as I would hope. So stay tuned, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.